And sometimes I don't even realize how far away I am. Like, I watch it back on film and I'm like, wow, I should not shoot that shot. We've been doing like a lot of just little games. Like today we had a home run derby. Of course I won. But yeah, just like little fun competitions that, are outside of basketball where you can just kind of let loose and have fun.
Caitlin Clark just broke down after her WNBA debut. But here's the thing, it wasn't because of her performance on the court. So what could make the #1 draft pick so emotional? Let's talk about the hidden pressures of being a rookie sensation. From college sensation to WNBA rookie, Caitlin Clark's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. We're talking about a player who rewrote the NCAA record books, setting the all-time scoring record and becoming a household name before she even stepped foot on a pro court.
I'm gonna do my best. I mean, it's still really hard basketball, like playing at this level. Everybody's gonna be, competing really hard coming back from the break, obviously with playoffs on the line. I think the biggest thing is just do me, have fun.
The hype surrounding her WNBA debut, off the charts. But here's the thing, all that college glory comes with a price tag in the pros. The moment Clark was drafted first overall, the spotlight intensified. Suddenly, she wasn't just Caitlin Clark, basketball phenom. She was Caitlin Clark, the savior of the WNBA, expected to revolutionize the game from day one. Imagine the weight of those expectations. Every move scrutinized, every shot analyzed. Fans, media, and fellow players. All eyes were on Clark as she prepared to make her professional debut. The pressure? Immense. The stakes? Sky high. And then came game day. Clark steps onto the court ready to show the world what she's made of. But sometimes, even the brightest stars have to face a little darkness before they shine. Those first 15 minutes? Scoreless. Not exactly the explosive start everyone was expecting. But wait, it gets tougher. Clark didn't just struggle to find her rhythm, she set an unwanted record. 10 turnovers in her debut game. That's right, double digits in the turnover column. For a player known for her pinpoint passing and court vision, this was a stark wake-up call to the realities of pro basketball. You might be thinking, is this the end of the Caitlin Clark hype train? Not even close, because what happened next shows exactly why Clark is cut from a different cloth. Instead of crumbling under the pressure, Clark did what true champions do. She adapted, learned, and came back stronger. In her first 26 WNBA games, she put up numbers that would make any rookie proud. 17.1 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game. Not too shabby for someone who had such a rocky start, right?
It's Caitlin Clark.
Her basketball IQ, her court vision, you just can't say enough about it.
Something I worry about. I think I just worry about, being in this moment, enjoying this moment, the people that I really care about, the people that I really love.
But here's where it gets really interesting. These impressive stats, Clark put them up while her team was struggling. We're talking about a 0-5 start to the season. Lesser players might have gotten discouraged, pointed fingers, or made excuses, not Clark. When asked about the tough beginning, Clark's response spoke volumes. There's gonna be good ones, there's gonna be bad ones. Simple words, but they reveal a maturity and understanding that goes beyond her years. She gets it. This is a journey, not a sprint. And that's not all. Even with her team facing early setbacks, Clark's enthusiasm never wavered. Before her debut, despite all the pressure and expectations, she said, "I just want to get out there and play." That's the kind of passion and love for the game that can't be faked. You've seen Caitlin Clark's jaw-dropping stats and highlight reels, but what's really going on behind that game-winning smile? The truth is, Clark's rookie season in the WNBA hasn't been all confetti and champagne. Let's pull back the curtain on the hidden battles this rising star has been fighting. Picture this, you're 22 years old, fresh out of college, and suddenly you're thrust into the spotlight as the savior of an entire professional league. The pressure, it's not just intense, it's suffocating. Every move you make is analyzed, every word you say is scrutinized, and that's just the beginning. Clark's been dealing with a whole new level of fame, and it's taking a toll. In a moment of raw honesty, she revealed something that might surprise you. Honestly, I feel like I talk to the media more than I get to talk to my own family, which is really kind of sad in a way.
Any good shooter can really feel the ball off their hand like that. So I kind of know, and then sometimes I get ready to celebrate and fire up the crowd. And then the next time down, all the level you feel the praise, that's the level you're gonna feel all the hate too. So you gotta stay right in the middle.
Let that sink in for a second. The very spotlight that's made her a household name is also keeping her from the people who matter most. But wait, there's more to this story. Remember that 0-5 start the Indiana Fever had? For most rookies, that kind of losing streak would be a one-way ticket to Doubt City. Not for Clark. When the chips were down, she didn't point fingers or make excuses. Instead, she said something that shows exactly why she's cut from a different cloth. You're never happy to lose. But at the same time, there's just a lot of things to build on. I'm just trying to be as positive as possible, continue to learn, continue to stack days. That's not just talk. That's the mindset of a champion in the making. Clark's not just playing the game, she's playing the long game. She understands that success isn't built overnight, it's built one day at a time. Now, you might be thinking, surely everything's going Clark's way off the court, right? Well, not exactly. Remember the 2024 USA Basketball Olympic Team selection? Clark's name was noticeably absent from that roster. For most young players, that kind of snub would be a crushing blow. But Clark, she turned it into rocket fuel for her development. Instead of sulking or complaining, Clark hit the weight room. She focused on improving the areas of her game that needed work. In her own words, she used it as an opportunity for growth and development. That's not just resilience. That's the kind of mental toughness that separates the good from the great. But here's where Clark's story takes an unexpected turn. In a world where athletes are often expected to be invincible, Clark is doing something revolutionary. She's talking about mental health. And not just talking, she's advocating for it.
Logo threes, it's her signature. That is the most Caitlin Clark way to win a game.
At the level you feel like all the praise, like that's the same level you'll feel all the hate. So I try to stay right in the middle.
Mental health is very important, Clark said. It's important for professional athletes. It's important for student athletes. It's important for every single person in this world to feel like they have somebody to talk to. This isn't just lip service. Clark is putting her money where her mouth is, emphasizing the importance of therapy for athletes. Think about it. In a high-pressure environment where every mistake is magnified and every success is expected, Clark is saying it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. That's not just maturity, that's leadership. And Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's changing the game. And we're not talking about a few tweaks here and there. We're talking about a seismic shift that's got everyone from NBA legends to WNBA veterans taking notice. Let's start with the king himself. LeBron James, arguably the greatest basketball player of our generation, had this to say about Clark. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. That's not just praise, that's a prophecy from basketball royalty. But here's where things get interesting. Not everyone in the WNBA is rolling out the red carpet for Clark. Some players are feeling a bit, let's say, mixed about all the attention she's getting. Angel Reese, for example, pointed out that the league's growth can't be chalked up to just one player, and she's not alone. Other WNBA stars have raised eyebrows at the narrative surrounding Clark.
Well, the first thing is I feel like I know if it's going in right off my hand, and I think that just speaks to how much time I put in and how many shots I've taken.
Caitlin Clark unloads!
They were like, do you want to come? I was like, sure. I never planned on going on stage. They're like, you got to come on stage. I'm like, I don't know about that. And they convinced me to do it.
So what's really going on here? Is Clark a divisive figure in the league? Not quite. It's more like she's holding up a mirror to the WNBA, forcing everyone to take a hard look at where the league is and where it could be going. And where it's going, well, that's where things get really exciting. Clark's popularity isn't just filling seats, it's literally moving games. 3 WNBA teams have had to switch to larger venues just to accommodate the crowds flocking to see Clark play. We're talking about arenas bursting at the seams, fans lining up around the block. When's the last time you heard about that happening in the WNBA? But it's not just about ticket sales. Clark's impact could be the catalyst for some major changes in the league. We're talking better working conditions for players, including charter flights for teams, more national TV exposure, higher salaries, the kind of stuff that could take the WNBA from a niche league to a global powerhouse. And let's talk money for a second. Clark's got an 8-year Nike deal reportedly worth $28 million. That's not just impressive, it's groundbreaking. It's the kind of deal that could pave the way for other WNBA stars to secure bigger, better contracts. Clark isn't just elevating her own game, she's elevating the entire financial landscape of women's basketball. But here's the million-dollar question. Can Clark handle the pressure of being the face of a league in transition? Can she navigate the complex dynamics of being both a rookie and a revolutionary? The answer might surprise you, because for all the hype, all the attention, all the pressure, Clark is still, well, Clark. Remember what she said earlier? I've never changed who I am. I'm still Caitlin Clark from West Des Moines, Iowa, and that will never change.